Our hypercities are cities across the UK where we've built extensive fibre infrastructure designed to connect businesses back to our network using dedicated fibre or using fixed wireless. Across the country, we've got data centres in London, Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool and Birmingham. In each of those cities, we have sites like this where all the fibre connects back to and where we operate our network from. The internet is made up of a lot of interconnected devices and cables just like this. So once a customer connection lands in our network through here, then the equipment in this rack and all our racks across the country is designed to work out where that traffic's meant to be going. So DIA or dedicated internet access and a lease line. The real differentiator there is that from our perspective, it's a dedicated fibre or line through our network. We have a physical piece of fibre all the way from the customer onto our network and connected into our equipment. And it's dedicated from end to end. There is no contention on that and there's no sharing with anyone else on the network. From here, we have fibre going out of the building to a chamber outside. And from there, we will go across the city to the customer's end location. So the fibre makes its way all the way from the exchange through the network to here. Just what you can see behind me is a footway 6 chamber, and in there we've got one of our distribution nodes. We'll typically build our own chamber. Primarily it means that our joint is safe from anyone else from accessing that, and we know that there's not going to be a disruption. So we use a combination of pooled and blown fibre, and when we use blown fibre, we'll install a tube and then we'll blow the fibre through it.
Got your backbone fibres, what we call. These are our 144s. 96 fibres, 48 fibres, they travel from joint to joint through the network. That's what gets our fibre from data centre to tech centre through the network and where we need to go to, and then we change it when it comes to the last point of call, which is here, into customer blown fibre, if you like. The way it's done is exactly through here. So this is compressed air will be turned on. We'll press start on there. This will start blowing through the tube and travel towards the customer.
We use blown fibre because it allows us to install some very high capacity cables, and it also means that we can install sections of tube through the route and then join them together to make a complete end-to-end route without having to put lots of nodes along that route.
Now what that's doing together is pulling the fibres together inside, and then what it'll do is it'll arc it. It's like a bit like a weld arc if you like, but very, very tiny, and then it fuses the fibres together and you'll create a straight line.
And then from here, we'll feed directly into the buildings. If we've got a customer in a multi-dwelling unit like this one here, we'd use the existing entry point into that building, and our fibre would have a dedicated fibre going through that entry point into the building and then all the way to the customer premise. One of the key benefits of having our own engineers means that we can install in an industry-leading timeframe. So typically our install time is within 20 days, and we can do that because all our network is pre-built around the city, and then we can deploy our own engineers to connect our customers directly onto that pre-existing network without having to wait for any third party. So where we are now is one of our customer sites. We'll have dedicated fibre running through the entry point into the building. From there, it'll be our own engineers taking that fibre all the way through the riser system directly to the customer premise. Every connection that we provide can be provided on a 10 gig bearer, and we have capacity within the network to go well above that as well. With our DIA, our dedicated internet, there's two main ways we can hand that over. One is public IP, where we provide an IP address and the customer can directly connect their equipment to ours, configure their own firewall, network and router, and they're responsible for that. The other way is where we can provide a managed firewall, and then we can also provide the LAN and Wi-Fi equipment, so we can fully manage both the wireless network and the wireless network within the customer premise. So hopefully I've explained how our connectivity infrastructure is built, how your connection goes all the way from your site through our network to one of our data centres. Any requirements, obviously you can contact one of our connectivity specialists.